There's one. There's one.
Hey.
There's one. I don't know. Doesn't feel small, it's big. It's a big one, Colton. Holy cow! Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, yep. Yep, that's the one right there. Today we're gonna teach you guys about how to fish current. And I'm not afraid to say that sometimes I'm wrong. And in the past, when I talked about smallmouth bass and current, I might have been wrong. And this fish right here proves exactly what I've learned, and I'm gonna teach you all today. Yes! There we go. Not a giant, but 4-pounder right there. If y'all wanna catch fish like this in current, let's talk about it. Well, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Tyler's Reel Fishing. My goal on this channel, as always, is to help you guys become better bass anglers. And the topic of today's video is one that I've covered several times on the channel. Hold up. There's like a 4-pounder swimming right here.
You see him?
Yeah, he's right there. Never mind. Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by a big old fish swimming by. I've covered the topic of current several times on the channel, and it's usually in reference to either smallmouth bass or spotted bass. Occasionally I'll talk about current with largemouth, but they're mostly more still water type fish. But I have fished in a lot of current situations. By current, I mean water is flowing. So you have creeks, rivers, streams, anything where the water is flowing. Even wind can cause a current through the water. And of course, current is great because bass love to get in it, get out of it. It'll bring food right into their mouths. It's basically a conveyor belt for free food for them. And so some of the most fun fish to catch are fish that live in and around current. Most of the instructionals that I've done on current, I talk about the fish sitting in the current break, where the current hits a rock, a stick, and it has to go around it to continue the current stream. And right behind any sort of object in the water, you're going to have a break from the current. And I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong. The fish are not always going to be behind the current. You know, in my mind, I just always thought, and I was taught by people, and it's not wrong. A lot of the time it's gonna be right, but I was always told that, fish are never gonna have the energy to actually live totally in the current. They're gonna have to be, in the break, and then as soon as the food comes by, they'll kind of pop out into the current feed and get back into the break. And one rule that I'm gonna talk about real quick is called the 90% rule, and that applies to what today's topic is. Y'all are gonna see tons of smallmouth bass catches here at the end on the 10% that I didn't account for. So most of the time when I teach you guys, I say in almost every video that what I'm teaching you works 90% of the time, if not 95, 99% of the time, but you're always gonna have those situations where the fish are just a little bit different and they react a little bit differently. And so that's what today's video is about. It is about how these smallmouth bass up here in New York, at least on the St. Lawrence River, react completely differently than any other fish I've ever come in contact with. So like I mentioned, most of the time I'm gonna be targeting fish that are sitting in those current breaks, but in the St. Lawrence River, I've fished here for over 2 weeks of my life now, from last year and this year, and I found out that the smallmouth here actually like to sit in the current in front of the break. So let's say you have a big shoal, an island. The smallmouth are actually gonna be in front of the island as the current's coming by, not behind the island, protecting themselves and not using a whole lot of energy. They're gonna be in front, not behind. And of course, that's not gonna apply in places like the Coosa River, where the spotted bass, of course, are gonna be in the current seams. A lot of creeks and streams, you're gonna have fish that sit in the current break itself. But I just never thought in my mind, because the 90% keeps going through my head, fish are always in the current break, fish are always in the current break. And this time they were not. And so our final day up here in New York with Colton, the camera guy, we're like, you know what, we're gonna say forget bed fishing. Smallmouth are big on beds right now, but we're just gonna go and fish normal current areas where the current is ripping. The Ultrex has to be on spot lock, and we had some incredible success. So enjoy a few fish catches talking about that 10% that I did not account for, and I'm gonna try to apply this to a lot of my videos. So I'm sure there's things that I talk about that work 90% of the time, but that 10% is definitely worth exploring sometimes, because you may find some fish that nobody else is targeting. So enjoy all these smallmouth fish catches, and we'll see y'all next time on TRF. There's one. Let's go. Let's go. Is she a big one? You're fighting like a smallmouth. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, it's a smallie. It's a smallie, Colton. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, gosh! Whoo, whoo. Trolling motor. Oh, it's a nice one. It's a nice one. It's a bigger one. It's a bigger one, Colton. Yes!
Oh, yeah.
That a bigger one?
Step up.
Hey, yo.
That looks like a 4.
That looks like a 4.
Maybe 4.2.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That one's heavier.
That's thick.
That is thick.
Woo.
We're on them.
That's the Garrison.
We're stinking on them.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, folks. That's a thick one right there.
Look at that.
Let's get a weight on this boy. It's hard to weigh fish right now, y'all, in the waves because scales need calm water. 3.7 was the last one. Yep, 4.7.
4.7.
4.78.
Good night.
Let's go. Oh man. Let's go, Colton. Do you want a swim bait? Okay. Seagulls. There's one. Oh, big chunga. Big chunga. Here we go. I think this one is a mega chunga, Colton. Yeah. Like a big old Lunkosaurus Rex.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Come on in, Mega Chunga. Good fish.
Be the fish.
Oh!
He did a jumperoo. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, here we go, here we go. Use the drag, buddy. Colton,
I didn't use
you need to be better at the net.
I didn't get much time there.
Hey-yo, what do you think?
Looks like your first one.
Ah,
It looks like
oh, it feels like a 4.
looks like a 4.
It feels like a straight up 4. On the swim bait, we're catching the chunguses, folks.
Bringing them in right
Oh, just like we talked about when I was sitting down just now. These fish, for some reason, I didn't think about it. They want to be in the current, not behind the current like largemouth and some spotted bass. At least these smallmouth are a little bit different. So that 10% that I was unaccounted for is where these fish are. Crazy. Oh, I see one out there. There he is. He ate it. As I said, I saw him. Holy cow. That's amazing. I literally said, I see one out there. And it's another big one, Colton. Holy cow. Holy cow, this is awesome. This is amazing. That was so cool. I was like, there's a fish. I live scoped him. Which side is he on? Holy cow. Holy cow.
That might be a 5.
Oh, oh, what you think?
4.5?
4.5?
Dude, you're catching so many fish.
Thank you, Lord. This is amazing. This is absolutely astounding. Oh, yes. Woo. Look at that piece of meat. Oh, I'm so glad we abandoned bed fishing. This is so much better. Look at that piece of meat. And in case you're curious, we're putting these in the live well because they are not most likely on beds. We're fishing out in the open here, so we're gonna get a good 4-fish picture and let them all go. I literally saw that fish. That's crazy. Fish down there. No, there's fish down there. I literally see them. Oh, I just got broke off. I got piked. I just got piked. Dude, they're like, look at this. There's a bunch right out here. I just got piked. Dang it. Could be a school of pike, which would be a bummer. Got piked? Yep, we both got piked. Dang it.
What?
No.
I guess we should put on a thicker swimmer then.
I guess so. There's one. I don't think it's very big, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. It's kind of fighting hard, so we'll see. She didn't look all that giant. Oh, it's a pike! Dang it!
Oh.
Ah, I just tied that on, man. Crap, I hate pike, man. I say we get out of this point. It's getting wavy and windy. There's one. Oh, keep him down. I don't know how big he is, but I think he's big. It is so hard to tell with these fish how big they are.
Right.
Hey, no, get the net. I'd rather you have the net than the camera. Oh yeah, he ain't too big, but he got that outcast head in the mouth. We'll let him go. Thank you, buddy. Where'd this dude's bed go? All right, nope. Flogging my butt up is a bad idea. That's a horrible idea. I'm gonna poop my pants. Oh, I need to poop so bad. Oh. Oh gosh. Can I make it back to the marina?
Can you make it back to the yikes? Really?
Okay, I'm going to poop. Let's go.